Hey there everyone, what's up? This is gonna be a Demon Souls playthrough, but it's mostly just me and a game talking about random stuff. I don't have a lot of opportunities to talk about random stuff, I guess. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing here. I'm just gonna create a new character and we're gonna play through Demon Souls. Shouldn't be that long actually. I'll make another character and we'll play through it. See how things go. So okay, so basically we're making a character here and we're gonna play through, I don't know, a couple stages, one or two per. What happened right there? One or two at a time, and then I'm gonna start up as a priest. I think I'll try a faith build for this and we'll see how it works out. Usually I like to play magic users in these games. Just kind of fits my play style, but I guess I'm gonna do a faith build this time, and I'll use bows and maces, I guess, or Moonlight Greatsword probably. But yeah, we'll skip that, and I guess we'll play through the tutorial, and hopefully I'll make it through the tutorial. The boss is always like hit or miss, especially as a priest, because your attack is so weak. If I were a temple knight, I'd have a better chance. Or, I mean, the wizard also, a royal or something has a good chance. But, man, you're so weak as the priest, and you have the slow roll. I'll probably take off the armor, too. I'm a much, in these types of games, I'm a much more of a fast roll player, so, like, I'm more of a dodger than a blocker, although I block a lot. You'll see, I think, that in this, I'm a lot better. If anybody watched my Demon Souls playthrough, Dark Souls playthrough, I mean, that I didn't finish, you'll see that I don't parry a lot, but in Demon Souls, I tend to parry a lot more, because I'm better at it, I guess, in Demon Souls for some reason. So you'll see that I'll probably be parrying a lot more. But I think it's kind of like a different timing between the two, and I don't know why, I just prefer the timing for Demon Souls over Dark Souls, I guess. And then anyway, the reason I'm playing Dark Souls and not something newer or something else is that I'm just kind of, building up hype for Dark Souls 2. And I mean, I've been playing this game forever, and often I put it down and go play other stuff, and then months later come back and start a new character and play stuff again. So I don't even know how many times I've beaten this now. It's easy with Demon Souls, or Dark Souls, because you don't have to delete characters, and I have it on, 2 systems, so it helps that I have lots of characters already made. Oops, missed the parry. And, but with Demon Souls, you can only have 4 characters at a max, so, like, I don't know, I've deleted a ton of characters. So, who knows? I haven't even been keeping track. But, I just like this game a lot. And Demon Souls is a good one for, I think, playthrough, because it's easily sectioned off. Like, I don't have to worry about where to stop and where not to stop, because it's sectioned into worlds. It's like Mario, but evil. And, a good thing about it is that, the hub world is a cool idea. I don't know, overall, there's a lot of things about Demon Souls that I like over Dark Souls. And then, and vice versa. There's a lot of things about Dark Souls that I like over Demon Souls. But it's the kind of thing where I hope they actually do make a sequel to this. I know Sony was saying that, Sony owns the IP, so, and they were saying they were interested and they liked the IP, so I guess it's possible we could see Demon Souls 2. That would be pretty cool, actually. Like, Dark Souls 2 comes out, and then after that they announce, like, Demon Souls 2 for the PlayStation 4 exclusive. That would be pretty awesome. I mean, it'd be a good idea for Sony at least, because they'd have a good exclusive like already set up, and I'm sure From Software wouldn't mind accepting money to make a game like this. You're supposed to actually two-hand him here. Ah, damn, I wasn't paying attention. Two-hand him here to break his shield. It's written in the instructions, but you know, I just like to parry. I don't know. Probably won't parry so much. Actually, I just kind of do it instinctively here. But sometimes I'll stop. I'll like go through long periods where I don't parry, and then sometimes I just parry a lot. The benefit to parrying is that it does a ton more damage than anything else. So, you know, you're like, here's a backstab. You did like 112. I'll do like almost twice that with a parry, which is nice. I mean, helpful for those red-eye knights or whatever when you're at low levels. But yeah, so here, you know, this is the tutorial, and I remember playing this the first time. Like I thought, oh, it's not so bad, and I didn't even really enjoy this game all that much the first time I played it. Like, I played it for a couple hours, and I was just kind of like, it's alright. I didn't really understand, like, what I was doing. And then I afterwards played Dark Souls, and then I came back to this, and I thought it was, like, after I kind of understood more about what was going on, like, how to play and everything, and it was much better. And I really like this game. So there's a lot of really cool things about this game, and this one is totally much buggier than, I mean, not buggier, but it's less well polished than Dark Souls for a lot of reasons. Mainly, like, a lot that you can kill the bosses through the fog gates like a bunch of times. There's lots of super cheese methods to kill bosses in this game that there aren't in Dark Souls. Okay, let's hope I can not die. Yeah, I should have fast roll. Okay, I should be okay. I might be okay. Might not die. I do such a small amount of damage. Yay, do that. Okay. Sometimes he'll like get caught in this, like that same animation over and over. That's always like a nice thing when that happens. But I think if I get hit once, I might die. I don't want to get hit with that. I don't think I have enough health to survive a hit. I don't think it really matters at the moment. I almost never fight this guy, actually. Oh, there we go. I usually just skip this part because, you know, it's not necessary. You don't have to do it. And the benefits to doing it aren't really that high unless you beat this boss. You'll get like a couple bonus souls that are, it's like a kind of nice little bonus to begin with, I guess. That's about it, though. I mean, there's no real benefit beyond that, beyond like a slight bonus in souls, so like you can go up a couple levels before you start. Ah, damn, I got hit. I guess I can... Come on, do it. Okay. Whoops. Wrong one. That's good. Okay. You see, I'm doing like almost nothing for damage. It just takes forever to do this. I do like 20 points for every hit. Two-hand. 36. It's not so bad. It's just time consuming. Like I said, I almost never do this. Vanguard is like not a very, I mean, it's not a very tough boss battle or anything. It's just like kind of if you make a mistake or two, sometimes like just one mistake will sometimes do it. If you're a royal, like usually play, one hit usually kills you. So if you make even one mistake, you're dead. But you're supposed to die here. I mean, it's not like it's unfair. But he's pretty easy. I mean, usually like he'll get caught in that the butt smash animation, I guess. And that's always nice when he gets caught, because it makes the battle go quicker. I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't. All right. Okay, sweet. Should be okay. Come on, do the butt smash. Oh, I got hit. I was like, what are you doing? So now I can heal. Okay. Let's see. I should just R1 mash. So yeah, this is I don't know. I'm playing the American version of Demon Souls. I don't have the Japanese version actually. So I am playing online, so people can invade me, but it rarely happens because of the servers are. I think I have like too much latency for most people who are probably still playing. Sometimes people invade me, but it's rare. Maybe because this game is like years old and nobody's playing anymore. But I don't think that's true. I think there's still a pretty big community of people playing this. Die, Vanguard. One more hit. That should be it. Alright, okay, we killed Vanguard. Pretty good. Good start. Not feeling bad about that. So we get the Lead Demon Soul, I think, from this. Is it Lead Demon? No, Gray Demon. And we can touch the Archstone, go to the new area, and you'll see, like, there's no getting out of this tutorial alive. You have to die. But it's like the only time in the game you can die and not lose all your souls. So here I am in the new area. But see, the benefit of beating Vanguard is that you get in here and you can pick up some extra goodies, I guess. You can see the Dragon God there. So you get some full moon grass. That's always helpful, especially right in the beginning when you don't have much going for you. There's also souls down here. Can't remember if there's anything up there. Doesn't look like it. Whatever. Not important. So I guess we're going to be trying. The first thing we're going to go do, well, I mean, after we clear Boletaria 1-1, we'll go and get. We'll do, I guess, the Shrine of Storms, the first level, or at least part of it. I don't know if I'll do the whole thing. I just need the bow, essentially. So I want the bow, and then we'll go and get the Blessed Mace. We should probably do that first, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Then we'll go get the Moonlight Greatsword. I mean, we'll be at a pretty. We won't be at a very high level to do it. It doesn't really matter. So I died. I mean, you have to die. It's scripted death right there. The Dragon God. This is weird because like the Dragon God will like give you the old Dragon Punch there, and you'll get you get killed. But he shows up again later, and he's like in a totally different spot. So it makes you wonder, like, where in the game is this? Where is this location that you're in right now? And how did the Dragon God move from there to the other place? It's also possible that it's just the other side of where he is normally. Like, he just turned around. Which is also possible. I don't know. I haven't looked at the scenery that much. But here we are in the Nexus. I'll skip this part if I can. There we go. No, I can't. Okay, so we'll let it play. But here I am, sitting around. So, okay, so again, I'm doing this playthrough as kind of a test. Recently I bought an HD PVR for gameplay capture. It's not like, so I'm not gonna like do a ton of gameplay capturing, I don't think, but you know, it's nice to have it and nice to like be able to do HD capture sometimes. Like the way I was doing it for the Dark Souls run was so annoying. I was like capturing it at a bizarre ratio and stretching it to be widescreen, and it wasn't HD. So it looked all grainy and weird, and it obviously should have been because it was all stretched. But it was just a pain to do it, so that's why I didn't finish the Dark Souls playthrough. It was just like too much work. And this should be a lot less work. I should just be able to insert the audio track over the gameplay track and done, instead of all the weird stretching and fixing I had to do in the other ones. But, you know, just wanted to test it out anyway. Oh, we have to go to Boletaria 1-1. We have to talk to the crestfallen guy here.
You came for demon souls?
Yes.
Or to save this land to be remembered?
The fun fact is, this guy's in like every game ever by From Software. I'm trying to wonder. I think he might be in Echo Knight even, like as Space Crestfallen Bro or whatever. He's like Space Ghost Zombie or whatever in whatever it is in Nebula. And he's definite. If you played Kingsfield, like Kingsfield 4 on the PlayStation 2, the first guy you meet is essentially this guy. He's in like all of the games. He's just kind of sitting there. But anyway, we'll go do Boletaria 1-1, and that will probably be the end of this part 1 of this playthrough. And that will be the next part. Will be, I guess, Shrine of Storms or whatever the Plague Town is. I don't remember. Not the swamp yet, but whatever the area is before Leechmonger stage. But yeah. So Boletaria 1-1, here it is. And I always like this stage. It's not too difficult, as long as I don't fight the Red-Eye Knight right away. You know, there's not a lot to worry about in this stage. The enemies don't do a lot of damage. It's pretty, you know, I think like for all the ways that people think that these games are super hard, it's not really. I mean, it's pretty forgiving, comparatively forgiving at least to the other stages. Like you'll see when I go to the Shrine of Storms, like it's like totally unfair at the level I'm at. It's just not meant for this level, but this one is obviously meant for level 1. Well, not level 1, but you know what I mean, starting level. Because I don't think you start at soul level 1 unless you're possibly a royal. But I think I'm soul level 6 or something when I start as a cleric. But yeah, so anyway, it's like the middle of my winter break. I'm off from work for a week or so for New Year's. It's not like off for Christmas like everybody else would be. I actually did have Christmas off, but it was just happened to fall on my normal day off. But in you know, Japan, there's no day off for Christmas. It's like Valentine's Day Part 3 in Japan instead of Christmas. Whereas like New Year's tends to be more like how you'd think of Christmas, in the sense that it's like more people get together with their family and all of that. But like I said, Christmas itself is like Valentine's Day Part 3. And I say Part 3 because, you know, Japan has Valentine's Day, and then there's like 1 month later there's White Day. And White Day is like another Valentine's Day. And then you have Christmas, which is like even more Valentine's Day than Valentine's Day, in the sense that like it's actually like couples getting together and doing romantic things. And cake for some reason. And chicken also. I don't know why, like, KFC and convenience store chicken, like, it seems like the places you absolutely would not want to eat, but everyone buys their chicken there for some reason. I think that's pretty bizarre. It's funny to me, because, like, I'm gonna make these guys jump in the hole. Just get in the hole. There you go. But, yeah, that happens in Japan. My local convenience store is totally selling lots of chicken and KFC. Actually, I was out on Christmas and I walked by a KFC and there was a huge line of people out the door. And, you know, like handlers, like line handlers, like people going through the line, like taking orders before people got there. It's crazy. Oh, he didn't even come. There we go. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, so it's Christmas and I'm off, and I bought the PVR because I was like, well, I'm not going to be doing anything for a week. Might as well do some gameplay video, talk about some random stuff. And I did like have a party recently at my house where I invited a couple people over for turkey. I made a turkey and it was way too big. There should have been more people, but like a bunch of people were sick, so it kind of like didn't pan out to as many people as I was originally planning. And it also ended up that like the place where I got my turkey was mostly sold out by the time I got around to actually buying the turkey. So there were only like two sizes, huge and very huge. So you know, I had to get a huge one, and it only just barely fit in my oven, which is kind of funny because you know, I had to make a pan for it. Like you bought one of those like foil pans and had to cut it and reshape it to fit in my oven and fit the turkey. It was like a process, and now I have like half a turkey sitting in my kitchen. So I mean, it was all right. I had a couple people over though, and we I made pie and cake and stuff. So it felt like a genuine holiday meal. And like basically a couple people over, and then a couple went home and a couple stayed, and we played games like all night essentially. We learned that almost everybody universally sucks at Gradius 3 in the arcade version. It's hard. So Gradius, the original one, not so bad comparatively. Gradius 3 was like ridiculous for the arcade version. I think everyone was out of practice. And last year we spent a ton of time playing R-Type, and that one was I mean, we're talking the arcade versions. They're a little different from the home ports. Like if you played R-Type on the PC Engine version, for example, it's not as hard as the arcade version. And like I have an R-Type port on my iPhone even, and it's actually not even remotely as hard as the original arcade version. Oh, that's a sword. I don't need that. So down there, if you jump down where that boulder fell, the ball right there, you can get I believe it's a bastard sword, but I'm not going to use it, so I'm not going to go get it because, you know, why run down there if you don't have to? Okay, I'm gonna not get hit with a crossbow bolt. Okay, so the guy over here. So this way actually is the way you can fight Old King Dorn if you have the key. I do not, obviously. Oop, oop. But there is a nasty kind of like, you know, this Red Eye Knights in this game, not so bad usually. Like they're tough, but not so tough. But one with a spear at like your first level, it's not a good battle to fight. Usually just skip that. Just don't fight that guy right away. Actually, it's really easy if you're a royal though, or you're some kind of magician, like you have magic, because you can just throw shots at him until he dies. He'll never get close to you. But as a melee class, it's hard. I should have parried. But since I don't want to die, or even like risk wasting the time of dying right there before I unlock the door at least, I won't waste your time. So I won't fight him. But I'll come back. I mean, I'll come back eventually once I get the key to fight Old King Dorn. Not that I need the sword or anything, but this is fun. I like that the enemies can kill themselves. That's a good touch, because, you know, usually the other enemies can't damage each other or themselves, but you know, it's fair. The enemies can do stupid stuff too. They'll jump off of walls to try and attack you, like here. This guy will. He'll die. He should die, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe he didn't die. No, he just took a little damage. Oh well. But, yeah. So, oh yeah, it's the end of the year. I see a lot of people have put up, like, end of the year, like, their best of list. I'm gonna do one, but I don't really have, I don't have footage or anything, and I'm just gonna talk about a couple games. And I think anybody who watches my channel will probably have a good idea of, like, what my top games are, even though they're wildly different than most people's. I think you know what kind of games I play. So, you know, I will put up a list and talk about some stuff. And I haven't played all... Like, the reason I haven't even put it up yet is because I'm still kind of in the middle of playing a few things from this year. So, I don't think... most of them are probably not going to make the list, actually, but... You know, some things could. It's possible. So I figured I'd wait until I finished up enough stuff to play. Like, actually, there are I didn't play like almost any of the, like, your AAA kind of blockbuster titles. Not zero. Like, I played. Did Halo 4 come out this year? I don't remember. I did play that, and I did play Grand Theft Auto 5, but neither of those would be on my top 10. And Halo 4, I was not really a fan of. I kind of liked Halo Reach, actually, but not Halo 4 so much. It didn't, like, grip me in any way. So I haven't even beat that. I was just playing it with friends because my friends always buy it for me. I have like pretty much every Halo game, and I've never bought one myself. My friends always buy it, and they demand I play with them because it's like a excuse to get everybody together online to chat and also play a game. But you know, I'm just not into it. Not into Halo 4. So we never actually finished that, and then we moved on to Grand Theft Auto 5, which again I didn't actually buy. I didn't pay for it, at least. My friend just bought it for me, and said we're playing together. So that happened. That always happens. I get a lot of games that way. And like co-op games, that's how I end up getting them a lot of the time.
That was a pro jump. Well.
So here we're gonna let's see. Let's just push him down. Okay, so yeah, I don't know.
What on earth are you doing?
I don't have a lot of stuff that I did really like. For games, I mean, for this year there was really good stuff. Good stuff came out. A ton of good stuff came out, and a ton of mediocre stuff came out too, that I played. But I'm not gonna, I'll talk about some stuff in that video. I'll talk about like the games I enjoyed the most. Right now, I'll talk about some stuff that I didn't enjoy the most, I guess. But I'll start with Grand Theft Auto 5 because I actually enjoyed Grand Theft Auto 5. What I played of it, I haven't finished it, and I haven't played it in like a month. But it's fun, and it's super well put together. It's like super polished so well, and I wouldn't expect any less from Rockstar. But they do a really good job of it. And like when I first started playing, I thought, wow, this is really well put together. Like even like when you switch between characters and they're kind of like off living their own life, or like it switches between them. It's very cinematic. It looks great. Even the story is pretty interesting. I like doing the missions. It's a good game. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Grand Theft Auto. I just haven't finished it, and it it didn't grip me enough to want to play it all the way through. But I will. I mean, eventually I'll finish it because, my friends demand it. But I'm not like super excited to go back to it or anything. But I mean, I can I can pretty much say that it is a good game. Even though it's not like something that totally grips me, it's like pretty damn high quality stuff. And I think like anybody who says otherwise is like either just like being, you know, confrontational, or trying to be like edgy by saying that Grand Theft Auto isn't that good. I mean, if you don't, I can understand not liking Grand Theft Auto, like it's not your style of game. Then you could say, oh, it's not my thing. But to say it's a bad game is wrong. It's just objectively wrong, because it's quite well put together. I mean, I think pretty much anybody could realize that just by, you know, playing it for a little while. It's, you know, awesome. It's quite a feat, I think. But I mean, technically, as a game, it's well put together. There's not a lot of things you could really complain about it, and I don't think it does anything poorly. It doesn't do everything super great, but it doesn't do anything awful. I mean, there's no terribleness to it, and the way it's put together is really good. So let's see. I know a lot of people are going to talk about, I mean, I've watched people's lists of their top games, and like they're all very similar. And it's weird because like usually when people put up their lists, I like, even people I'm not subscribed to, I usually watch those because I like to see what people enjoyed, even though like I'm not subscribed to them or whatever. I don't, you know, generally care what they think, or they're generally not interesting enough to subscribe to or whatever. I generally watch their top 10 lists anyway, just to see like what the zeitgeist is, I guess, what the kind of general people are enjoying. And you know, I've seen some like offensively bland lists. Like it's like if you took like those critics' top 10 lists and just kind of made them into an amalgam, I guess, you just average them out. I've seen some people with lists like that, and I've seen some people with lists like full of games that everybody hated. So I like those lists, I think, more than a list where it's just like everybody picked BioShock and The Last of Us or whatever. I didn't play either of those, actually. I'm sure they're good games for what they are, but not my type of games, so I don't play them. You know, I'm not even remotely interested in BioShock. Not even remotely interested in pretty much anything Naughty Dog ever does. I just don't like them, I think, as developers. And again, that's not to say they don't make good games in terms of quality games, but they don't make games that I like. You know, like I think I can honestly say that, you know, Gran Turismo and Forza are good games at what they do. Just it's not something that I like, so I wouldn't go out of my way to buy those or talk about those. So it's the kind of thing where, you know, I guess if you understand what I mean, like I'm just kind of rambling here, but those types of games, like, you know, they're objectively good. I should probably get this stuff over here, huh? Okay, we'll call out the dragon and we'll run over and get that stuff. At least some of it. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, here is going to be one of the downsides to capturing this way. I'm recording the audio live while I'm playing, so the sound is off on my TV where I'm watching the gameplay. So I can't hear when the dragon comes. So I'm going to have to kind of sit here and watch and hope I don't get killed. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh man. Okay. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so we're gonna run over here and we're gonna try and get this stuff. If you lure the dragon out there to blow some fire, he'll be gone from here just long enough for you to run over and get some stuff. Not all of it, but you can get a good chunk of it. And there's some good stuff over here. Stuff that's worth having at least. Some grass. I think there's the purple flame shield. I think I can get these two things and then I'll have to roll off like right away. There we go. Didn't die. There we go. And there's some stuff over here. I forgot what it is. Shard of Archstone. That's always good to have. Full Moon Grass. I don't think I'll ever be strong enough to use the Purple Flame Shield in this run. Like, I almost... I think, contrary to a lot of people, I almost never upgrade my, my strength or my health. Like, just upgrade stamina, maybe health a little bit, but stamina mostly, and, in this run I'll just be doing mostly, faith. But that's kind of how things work, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna have to go through here, so I think... Hopefully the dragon will come quickly. Come on, dragon. There he goes. So... Okay, some other games that came out. Some stuff I'm just not gonna get to, so it's not gonna be on the list if anyone was, like, hoping to hear about it. Drakengard 3, I'm not gonna play that this year. Yeah, I mean, this year, I mean, it's the 31st today while I'm recording this. I'm just not gonna finish it. I haven't even bought it yet, actually, so... You know, the chance of me finishing it are 0. But... Originally I was gonna pre-order it and get it, but... It's ridiculous. Like, the price for it is ridiculous. Like, I don't know why it's so expensive, but it's expensive. Like, more expensive than a normal game is. Even for Japan standards. So... I just decided I'll wait for it to get a little cheaper. It sold relatively well, actually, considering everything. But, again, the reviews were mediocre, which is fine. I mean, I don't care about the reviews so much as the, not only were the reviews mediocre, but the kind of fan response was pretty negative, which is kind of more of a flag than the reviews. Because the reviews for those games are pretty much always bad. I mean, like, Drakengard 1 and 2 didn't get good reviews either, but those were good games. But when people who are like, I really like Drakengard 1 and 2 are saying, like, Drakengard 3, not so hot, it worries me. So I don't feel like I want to pay full price for it now, because it's overly expensive, like, more so than your regular game. And it's gotten, like, some, yeah, pretty awful things said about it by people who are fans of the other games, which, again, makes me worry if I'm gonna not enjoy it, but so much as if I'm gonna feel like I spent too much money on a game that's, like, only subpar. And the worst part about that, actually, is that what worries me is that the tone of those games is what I like. The story is mostly so, like, off the charts messed up that, like, it just makes the game. But in pretty much all the reviews I've been seeing, like, the people who are talking about it, they've been saying, like, the story is kind of ruined by goofiness. Like, it's dark, and then, like, there'll be these kind of bad jokes thrown in that are not funny. So it makes it, like, kind of just a weird interjection into the tone, which that actually does worry me, because you know, I don't care if the gameplay is mediocre, if it's going to be like Drakengard 1, for example, is pretty mediocre in terms of gameplay. It's not like a super well put together game, and it kind of does a couple of things in a mediocre way, but altogether with the crazy characters and story, it's awesome. But if they ruin that, it's not going to make it a very exciting thing to play, which worries me. That's what worries me. So I can't really say how it's going to play out. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of the problem I have with Drakengard, I'm not to say I have a problem with Drakengard, really. I like that series, but, you know, I'm not going to play the new one for a couple of months at least. I have some other stuff I have to play still anyway. You know, recently, because it was Christmas, like, people in the US don't usually send me stuff. They usually just send me a gift certificate or something via email if they're going to get me something. Some people send me games, but those are like my game friends. But you know, like my mother does, will usually buy stuff off my Amazon wish list or whatever, or like my sister will just give me gift certificates. But it's that kind of thing where like, you know, having a gift certificate is pretty handy for some stuff. Where's that switch? I missed it. Oh, it's back here. The you know, but I had a bunch of gift certificates from Amazon, and I bought a bunch of stuff like games that I could import, I guess. And there we go. But I ordered a bunch of games, like a bunch of PS2 and DS games, and probably a PSP game. Like, not stuff that's expensive, you know what I mean? Just some cheap stuff that I can get over here, can't really find. So I'll be playing that stuff, and I have a bunch of other stuff that I have been like putting off playing because I've been so engrossed in handheld games. Like I was playing Make You Cross Blood all month in tandem with Metal Max 4, and I'm gonna put up a video about Metal Max 4, so that should be up relatively soon in comparison to this video. Either maybe before, maybe after, I don't know. But Metal Max, yeah, I'll talk about it. Not now. Just watch the video because I have a lot to say about it. And Make You Cross Blood, both of those are like pretty long RPGs, even though Metal Max was... What am I doing? Metal Max was like twice the length of Make You Cross Blood. Did I just go backwards? Yeah, I did. But yeah, I'll talk about both of those later. What am I doing? I'm like totally going the wrong way. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah. So, I don't know, anybody, if you don't have a YouTube channel, not like a channel, but you don't make videos, like what kind of stuff did you guys play this year that you really liked? I mean, I don't, not to be a dick, but I don't really want to hear about stuff like The Last of Us, even though, like, I know people liked it. It's not important. It's just not something I'm interested in. Even if you liked it, there's never going to be a point where I play it, I don't think. It just does not interest me in the least. And, that sounds stupid. I think that sounds bad, but it's just not, I'm just not interested. Okay, let's see. I guess we're gonna fight the boss here. I'm gonna get out some turpentine. I'll probably need that. But this is like this boss feels nice to fight with the fire bombs right away. You get that like first lump of guys and it hits like 40 guys and you're like, yes. This is awesome. Right up here when you throw that first firebomb and it hits. Ah, it didn't hit. Right there. Ah, it didn't hit. There we go. It hits like all those guys and they all fall off. Really like that. Like almost never happens again. This boss is like not incredibly difficult. I mean, it sucks if you get stun locked, but if you don't get stun locked, you're pretty good. I mean, it's pretty easy. It's not like the Phalanx enemies are incredibly difficult. Throw some fire bombs. And, you know, they're all in a big group, so usually you can kind of kill most of them just by throwing fire bombs right in the beginning. You don't have to. I mean, you could actually melee all of these guys if you felt like it. Oh, I'll probably end up just using turpentine though. I'm gonna... See, this boss is easy. Like, it's not a tough boss. Even like the first time I played this game, the first time I fought this boss, I didn't die. It's really simple. But you know, you just kind of run in there, and the first time I fought, like, I was using magic, so that's kind of like easy mode, I guess. I always use magic in these games. When I play Dark Souls 2, the first thing I'm gonna make is some kind of mage. I'm gonna be all about that because, just, you know, I just like the magic in these games. I like magic users. I like being that kind of not a strong fighter, more of a kind of glass cannon, as it were. Like, you know, like, mostly when you're playing, for example, in Dark Souls, it's really easy to make a really powerful mage, but usually you don't have a lot of armor, and you are generally weak. So if you get hit like once or twice, you're probably dead. But you know, you can mess stuff up with some crazy magic, like, and especially after they made dark magic, like, it's unstoppable. You just run through stuff so easily. If you get dark bead, you can, like, on like New Game Plus 5 or 6, you can still like run through bosses without without even using like Power Within or the Red Tear Stone or anything. You can just destroy bosses really quickly. Like four kings on like New Game Plus 5 with Dark Bead is like nothing. You just kill them in moments. So let's see. Well, that's the end of Boletaria 1-1, Lead Demon Soul. So I guess I'll end this. I'll go back to the Nexus, I guess, and we'll talk to the Monumental, unlock the Archstones, and then we'll end this video. It's almost an hour anyway, so we'll get, you know, that's a good part 1, I guess. And I'll probably just continue recording after this a part 2, so it'll probably be up like really soon after this one. You know, once rendering is done and whatever. But yeah, it should be all right. We'll get more random babbling from me and more Dark Souls gameplay. And you can see this game, it won't take that long actually. This isn't a long game. Like you can beat it pretty quickly. I'm not like speed running it or anything. I'm playing at like just a normal kind of relaxed pace. And it probably will take about 8 hours for the entire playthrough if I, you know, don't die too much. But I shouldn't really. Almost, this game is not. I think it's a less easy to die in this game than it is in Dark Souls. Generally, I just stay in human form throughout the whole game. So, you know, I've never had a point where I've like not had to be in human form. But, oh yeah, we're gonna go talk to the Monumental. And then we're gonna go get the bow in 5-1, I think. Or 4-1. So, yep. Here's an interesting little thing. I'm going upstairs to see the Monumental right now. But if you go upstairs to see the Monumental before she says, like, go talk to the Monumental, the door to the Monumental is not there. This door, it's just not there. It's just a wall. So you can't even go up to the Monumental area before she gives you permission to go talk to him. Originally, like, I tried to do that. Like, I ran around the whole Nexus beforehand. And then she's like, go upstairs and talk to the Monumental. And I was like, well, I've been all around. There was nobody up there. And then that door was there. So, here's the story. I'm not going to listen to the Monumental story. It's not that important anyway. I mean, it's important for the story, but it's not important right now because I'm not really doing like a story playthrough or a lore playthrough. I'm just playing through and talking about random stuff, maybe related to the game, maybe not. But here we are. Another thing there is, like, he asked you to help him, and I said yes, but if you say no, he just kind of laughs at you, like, whatever, chump. If you don't help, you're just stuck here until you die. It's kind of like he's asking you, but you have no option. Say no all you want. So yeah, I guess I'll go back down, and we'll probably do some tendency events in this, because there are things that I want. I'll probably want the Talisman of Beasts, so we will probably go make Stonefang black, so we can kill Black Phantom Skurver. But other than that, I probably won't do that many. There's nothing I really need otherwise. I don't really need any of the other special things that happen. Sometimes I just end up dying a ton because I almost always stay in human form. But I don't know. Sometimes we'll just accidentally get black. But who knows? We should be okay. So yeah, that will be the end of part 1 here. Whoops. So yeah, wait up and we'll be back next time. So, see you next time.